just 1 week out from the election and the Labor Party has decided it might be worth actually launching its campaign. Anthony Albanese opened up proceedings.
It is great to be here.
No, it's not.
Today's also Father's Day. So I begin with a big shout out to all the fathers in the audience and at home.
Yes, happy Father's Day. I bought you this. It's a shirt. It says, "Get to the point, Anthony." What do you have to say about your leader?
Is Kevin Rudd a bit of a nerd? You bet. Would I pick him in a rugby team or in a boxing match ahead of Tony Abbott? No way.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. He's been wearing the tracksuit and everything. Come on, Albo, sell Rudd to the people.
If you want a bloke who can jump through tyres, vote for Tony Abbott.
Somebody get this guy off the stage before he votes for Tony Abbott. Who else have they got? How about someone who's seen Rudd naked?
I'm here today to introduce a man who carries his country boy smile everywhere with him.
That's the spirit. Let's take a look at Smiley Cyrus. It's almost like we deliberately chose the worst possible clip. All right, Robert Frowney Jr., what do you got to say?
And for those who say the fight is up, I say you haven't seen anything yet.
There's only 1 week left till the election. Your only hope now is that we see definitive proof that Tony Abbott eats boat people.
I believe in this election we can prevail and we will prevail.
And R. Kelly believes he can fly. But it's been 17 years since the release of Space Jam. I'm starting to think it's not going to happen. But according to the Channel 7 Worm, the Prime Minister's speech was effective. At the beginning of the speech, the Worm showed 37% approval, but by the end it had shot up to 68%. If only worms could vote. And Tony Abbott has come under fire for simplifying the Syrian crisis on ABC's Insiders program.
It's not goodies versus baddies, it's baddies versus baddies.
And just as well, because I think the Assad regime would make light work of the goodies, Labor Senator Penny Wong pounced on the quote.
Can you imagine him at the G20? Well, Barack, I don't think we should do this because, you know, it's baddies versus baddies.
Yeah, Penny, that's exactly how he'd phrase it to the president. By your logic, he'll turn up in budgie smugglers, punch a wall, and say Obama has sex appeal. Grow up, Penny. Good thing Abbott's allies were there to defend his comment.
I think it's actually extremely sophisticated.
Whoa, steady on. He said it was baddies versus baddies. It wasn't the Gettysburg Address. And speaking of simplistic, the Sunday Telegraph, providing all the bias of the Daily Telegraph, but on a Sunday, went with this headline yesterday: Australia needs Tony. The ABC's Mark Simpkin, however, made up his own headline.
A full-page, front-page screaming headline, "We want Tony," and the photo leaves you in no doubt they're not talking about Tony Barber or Tony Soprano.
Tony Barber? I wish. Though if that were the case, I'd have to take the Telegraph to task for their bias against baby John Burgess. And finally, Tony Abbott has announced he will hold out revealing the details of the coalition's policy costings until Thursday. Coincidentally, the major parties can't release any new ads after Wednesday. So if Labor finds fault in Abbott's costings, they'll have to keep it to themselves. So Tony, in the words of a canine cleaning company, you dirty dog. For The Roast, I'm Mark Humphries.